How to train for a sexy back. As you guys can see, I have a really nice physique and I achieved all of this in 2.5 years, I would say. Yeah. So here's my story. I'm going to be completely honest here. As you can see on the left side, I was chubby, right? I was pretty fat, I would say. And this was 2018. Of course, the picture in the middle of those two pictures on the left and right, or like the picture on the left and right, is like back in 2023. But other two were back in 2018 when I was extremely fat. I would say I was 170 pounds during that time. As you can see, I was back in Paris. That was when I was traveling. It was a great time there, I would say, but I definitely noticed that I was gaining a lot of weight. And that's when I told myself, hey, I need to start cutting down. I need to start progressing with my physique. Of course, I didn't really take it seriously, so I literally just bought a skipping rope or a jump rope, whatever you want to call it, and did that 10 to 20 minutes per day. And of course, I did that in 2018. I wasn't that consistent in 2019 as well, but when 2020 hit, I was doing jack shit. I did nothing pretty much, right? Which led to me getting a kidney disease because I was very stressed at that point. I dropped out of university. That was my first year of university, but I dropped out. I was going through a lot of things. I was going through a tough time, to be honest, in 2020. But yeah, ever since I stopped doing everything, I literally did nothing. I did a whole dopamine detox unintentionally too. I didn't do it intentionally because I was so turned off by technology. And that's when I was eating junk food like crazy. I was stressing to a point where it was like unbelievable. I had to sleep 16 hours pretty much here and there. I was sleeping over, of course, I was sleeping over 10 hours per day. I'm going to be completely honest. I would wake up. I wouldn't want to be awake, to be honest. So it was pretty annoying during that time period. I lost a lot of time, which sucks. But now I'm in a better position. And I've been going through a couple other things, but now it's like my mindset is good. My mental health is good. Back in 2021, I got a kidney disease and I had to get a kidney biopsy, of course, which pretty much set me back another month. And ever since then, I told myself, I promised myself that I'm gonna get into the gym. I'm gonna get myself into a really healthy state. I'm gonna get myself to a really nice area in my life, right? I really wanted to succeed. I still do. I want to achieve financial freedom. I want to be able to experience all of the world's greatest experiences and gifts, whatever the world has to offer. So ever since then, I would say I think end of June or July, I went to the gym consistently too. And then of course after my second year of completing my second year, I would say I was falling off, which is right now. But now I'm getting back into the rhythm. Like I would hit the gym, but it wasn't as much as I did back then because I was doing 6 days every single week, right? I had a push pull leg split. But as you can see on the right side, my back is extremely nice. I'm pretty sure a lot of you guys could, you know, tell me I have a nice back. But yeah. So here's the thing. My first year progression. So I mainly focused on mind muscle connection and I took forever. Even though I could have progressed way better within my first year of the gym progress or gym journey, I was focusing on mind muscle connection the entire year. I was doing lat pull downs at 40 pounds for the entire year. I'm gonna be completely honest, 25 to 40 pounds, and I could have easily bumped that up to 80 to 100. And the reason I bumped up the weight eventually is because someone told me, yo, you're not working out properly. You're not going your hardest. You're not, progressing. And that's when it hit me. I'm like, dang, I already know all of this. I have my mind muscle connection down and I'm set. Because I felt everything. I felt all the muscle groups contracting and squeezing very well. So when you're first starting out, I want to tell you, focus on 4 sets for like within the 6 month range of your journey because you need to get used to that mind muscle connection. Like remember, like whenever you're doing a movement, you got to understand, like picture yourself actually grabbing the pull down bar, right? Bring it down to your chest. Of course, lean back a bit, squeeze it. And then when you're going back up, which is eccentric, try to do 2 to 3 seconds of going back up because it really helps with the tension on your back of like your lats pretty much to feel the muscle more. And on top of that, it really gets your blood flowing like crazy, which helps you to build more muscle. So if you're trying to build a nice back workout, I would say choose 3 to 4 exercises, which is two rowing movements, two pulling movements. So two rowing movements could be barbells, rows, and then the neutral grip pull downs, or not neutral grip pull downs, neutral grip rows. And then for the pulling machine, you can use the lat pull downs, and then you can do pull ups. And if you're not good at doing pull ups, you gotta understand that it takes time. For me specifically, I couldn't do my first pull up after 3 months. I had to like literally focus on improving my technique by using the assisted pull-up machine, working on building up my lat muscles, focusing on building up my scapula muscles as well as like the lower traps, because your lower traps actually matter a lot. A lot of people have underdeveloped lower traps. The easiest way to boost up your pull-ups or to do a pull-up in general is to do scapula raises, which I'm not sure how to explain it. I could do a video, I could literally create another video, but if you're trying to progress on pull-ups, all I can really say is focus on using the assisted pull-up machine. Make sure to squeeze at the top and go down slowly, okay? So most of your back growth will come back. Most of your back growth will come from compound lifts, so such as barbell rows, pull-ups, etc. Practice learning how to do pull-ups, which is very important because pull-ups are for kings. I'm gonna be completely honest. If you could do pull-ups, you're a goat. But yeah, make sure to choose a split that works best for you. For example, if you could only go to the gym 3 times a week, do full body workouts. If you could go 4 times a week, do push, pull, legs, and then arms and shoulders, or upper, lower. And if you do 6 days, do push, pull, legs, or the Arnold split, which is push, pull, legs, upper slash lower, upper body, and then lower body, and then arms plus shoulders. Be consistent and track your progress. I see a lot of people starting out and they never track their progress until like the second or third year, which sucks because you're not really taking progress pictures. You're not being able to know what you're doing in general in the gym, right? Like if you're not taking notes on what weights you use, what exercises you do, of course you're not going to know how to progress or if you're progressing. And then another thing is warm up your back with light weights at the start, which is called pre-exhaustion. I believe that everyone should do that in every workout they do because when you pre-exhaust your back or any other muscle groups, you pretty much let the blood flow in, which helps you to be able to have that really good mind muscle connection whenever you do your other sets, like the important sets or the exercises. And then from a second and third year progression. So all I want to tell you is like if you're trying to build muscle and strength, I would say the 6 to 12 rep range or the 6 to 15 rep range is very important to, progress pretty much. So let's just say you're going to do 6 to 12 reps. I would say start to progress by adding more weights after hitting 6 to 12 reps. For example, I recommend people to do 3 sets. So if you're doing 3 sets for pull downs and you hit 12 reps for all sets, like 2 3 times consistently in the gym, then of course increase the weight or add another set. It really depends on how you want to progress. For example, if you're doing 150 pounds for pull downs and you don't want to injure your back, right? In a way, I would say add another set. But if you are like at the lower end, like 60 pounds, 45, I'll say add more weight to it. So another thing is do at least 15 to 25 pull-ups in each of your back sessions. I would say that really helps you to grow more of the width of your back to get that Dorito effect, of course, as well as like a nice anime back if you want to like, I don't know, look like Baki or like who else? Toji, I think. Ah, dang, I forgot these characters' names, but I specifically want to look like Goku from Dragon Ball, right? But yeah, I would say if you're skinny fat or skinny, make sure to bulk up. I would say if you're fat, of course, cut down, but your first year, start bulking as much as you can. Add a good 15 to 20 pounds. This will help you to add a lot of mass within the first 2 to 3 years. As well as sleep at least 7 to 9 hours to recover. It really takes time to recover. If you could at least sleep 8 to 9 hours, which is a sweet spot for everybody, in my opinion, you could progress your gym journey a lot. Okay, you can literally grow so much muscle in the first 2 to 3 years, and then of course eat clean. Experiment with cooking different meals. I believe everyone should cook their own meals. Of course, it's nice to let your mother cook for you, but at the same time, you got to understand how to cook. You got to understand what's going into your body, right? You need to have a nice balanced diet. You need to be able to get the proper nutrients. And then focus on completing your workout in the 45 to 60-minute range instead of trying to do 1 hour and 15-minute workouts, because I believe a lot of people just work out to a point where like they literally exhaust all their muscle groups to a point where they feel like shit afterwards. So I would say literally just focus doing your workout in the 45 to 60-minute range, right? I personally do around 40 to 60 minutes nowadays, and I feel extremely good right after the workout. Another thing is exercises that I personally like. Pull-ups and chin-ups, because there's different variations, right? That target your back muscles. You gotta understand that the chin-ups, pretty much your chin-ups improve your lower lats. They help you to grow your lower lats more. And the pull-ups, of course, grows the entire lats. Like it emphasizes the entire lats pretty much, but the chin-ups emphasizes the lower lats. And then the wide grip pull downs pretty much focus more on your rear delts, your traps, as well as your upper part of the lats. And the wide grip cable rolls pretty much help you to build up your traps, the width, no, the density, the thickness of your back, as well as the traps, or the rear delts, I meant. Shrugs build up the traps. Rear delt flies, of course, builds up the rear delt flies, as well as a bit of your traps. And the Romanian deadlifts builds up mostly your hamstrings, but it actually helps your lower back a lot, as well as it helps you to build that lower part of your traps, which is very crucial. I would say a lot of people are neglecting their lower traps. All I gotta say is experiment with different hand positions for pull downs and the rowing exercises, but in general, with other exercises too for your other workouts within like every 6 months pretty much, right? Like your first 2 years you should be experimenting with different machines, finding what works best for you, and figure out what muscle groups or what exercises help you to feel the most whenever you do the workouts, right? Of course, switch up your workouts and have fun in the process. Lastly, pre-exhaustion, I already talked about it. It pretty much improves your mind muscle connection. It gets the blood to flow into your muscle, gets you better contraction, squeeze, and this leads to other muscle groups pretty much, right? Of course, if you could squeeze your back, your chest, your triceps, your biceps, and you could freaking contract it, of course you're gonna freaking build a lot of muscle, right? I think a lot of people literally do sloppy reps, which pretty much kills the point of you going to the gym, especially if you want to build muscle, especially if you want to build strength, okay? And it's all about how you control your reps. I believe, like I was saying earlier, don't do sloppy reps. Actually have a good eccentric time. So if you're going down with the chest press machine or the pull downs, or like if you're going up, make sure to do 2 3 seconds with the eccentric, okay? And control it. Picture your mind, picture your muscle, right, in your mind contracting and squeezing, which helps you to get a better mind muscle connection in the process too. And for lat pull downs, like I said, if you can't really feel your lats, lean back, get the bar, bring it down, squeeze, contract your back, and slowly bring it up. Hold the squeeze, like I'm saying, okay? And then for barbell rows, as well as other rows, like I was saying, it adds thickness and more density. And I'm pretty sure you want your back to look like a Dorito. I'm pretty sure you want that V-taper back that everyone loves, right? Like all the girls love V-taper backs. I'm gonna be completely honest. Pull-ups are for kings, okay? If you could do 25 to 50 pull-ups, just remember, you're amazing, dude. Just of course progress, have fun with it. Try to do different variations, try to do a muscle up eventually. Have fun in the gym. Have fun going to the gym, like this is your journey, dude. Just have fun. Just remember to take it easy and everything will be fine.